I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 habits that I have started this summer that have completely changed my summer / my life. Hey guys, it's Monce and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see, I'm going to be giving you guys the 5 best and literally the 5 habits that I've been doing, that I've been trying to be consistent with this summer, that have completely changed the way that I went about my summer, to just have a more healthy girl summer, productive, and yeah. So most of these habits are habits that I'm pretty sure many of you guys know of, but I just kind of wanted to talk about them again, you know? Okay, so the first habit is reading in the morning. And I say in the morning because for those of you who are subscribed to my channel, you may know that I posted a 1-week social media detox. Because I couldn't go on social media, I started reading a lot more, and what I started to do was I started to read a lot more in the morning. I would literally wake up and I would grab a book and read. And the reason why I say read in the morning, obviously you can read whenever you want, you know? Like, I'm not saying like there's a specific time that you have to read, but I would read in the morning and that would literally change my entire day. Obviously, because I read more self-help books, I would just feel so much more happier because I would obviously read positive information. I was reading positive books that would help me become a better person. And so I would kind of just have like what I read in my mind literally from the morning. And they say that you retain a lot more information in the morning than at night. So that's why I say read in the morning is one of the best things that I could have done. And I'm starting to get consistent with it again. I'm reading A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. I have it somewhere here. It's in my little bookshelf right there. Even if it's 10 to 20 minutes, reading in the morning will literally make you feel so much better. I feel so much better when I started reading in the mornings. Obviously, throughout the day, I would also read, but I think it's very important to, wake up and instead of going on your phone, like, yeah, once in a while I do that sometimes, but I try to not do that anymore because I realized how I felt after I did that, like, social media detox and reading in the morning. I realized that I really felt better when I read in the morning than when I went on my phone and watched like YouTube or TikTok, like what I'm saying? For those of you who kind of want to become, more productive, I would say reading in the morning will definitely help just improve your day and just have like a better day and feel better about yourself. So now moving on to the second habit, personally one of my favorites, it is listening to podcasts. Like for me in particular, I really love like listening to like podcasts that like help you with like healthy living, having a better lifestyle, but also I really like science like based podcasts. And I'm gonna give you a list of podcasts that I listen to. It's literally a combination of everything. Huberman Lab, this is my favorite podcast, guys. The Health Cafe, I Missed Me, Anything Goes by Emma Chamberlain, Trying Not to Care, and My Monday Mood. So those have been like the top podcasts that I've been listening to. Seriously, guys, I could not recommend podcasts enough. I started listening to podcasts a lot more this summer because I started to get a lot more morning shifts where I work, and that's where like, I don't have to like interact with a lot of people, and so I'm kind of just there like doing my own job, and so I could have like my headphones in, and I was like, okay, well, instead of listening to music, obviously there's nothing wrong with music, I love music so much, but instead of listening to music, I could listen to like something else. I didn't really want to listen to music anymore because I listen to music when I work out. So I was like, you know what? Let's start listening to some podcasts. And I first started off with the Anything Goes by Emma Chamberlain. I love that podcast. Like, I feel like she has made a lot of like episodes where I really like. It's like she's literally talking to me, and it's like she's just like, telling me like stories or like situations that she's gone through. But also, I personally am such a science nerd. I love anything that has to do with science. Like, I love learning about the body, about the brain, about literally all of that stuff. And so if you guys are like me, I would totally 100% recommend listening to the Huberman Lab podcast. I literally cannot tell you guys how much I love this podcast. I literally was just listening to an episode today. If you love science, listen to the podcast. And the rest of the podcast, like the Health Cafe, I Missed Me. Oh, I Missed Me is such an amazing podcast. I'm not gonna go into depth about it, all of them, because it'll be such a long video. But if you guys want me to make a separate episode, I should literally make my own podcast. I would actually make my own podcast. If you guys want me to make a video separately talking about all of my favorite podcasts and why I love them specifically, let me know in the comments below. Point is, listen to podcasts. Literally, you will learn so much. You will really become just more educated on a lot of different topics. Any podcast will do, literally. You will just become more educated. You will learn more stuff. So yeah, I completely recommend listening to podcasts. Third thing is have a social media detox once in a while. I think this is one of the most important habits that I feel like I started this summer, because obviously, it's summer, we have a lot more free time, and so I caught myself getting really caught up and just scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Instagram, just random things, and I really wasn't looking at anything specifically. I was just kind of spending my time on there while I could be doing other things like reading, cleaning my room, just being more productive, obviously. And there's nothing, like I say, there just has to be a balance, and I feel like I was leaning more towards just being on social media rather than having a little bit of both. Having a social media detox doesn't mean necessarily completely cutting out social media for 30 days, nothing. No, I feel like once a week, if you have a social media detox, spend that day reading, spend that day going outside on a walk, working out, listening to podcasts, like I said, reading, I don't know, baking, doing just things that you wouldn't usually do because you would be on social media. Just have 1 or 2 days of a social media detox, just don't go on it for a day. I think there would be a lot of benefits to it, and we would be a lot more productive. Fourth habit is journaling. I have been trying to be a lot more consistent this summer with journaling. I specifically started to do a lot more shadow work journaling. By the way, I look all of these prompts up on Pinterest. Pinterest is I use it for everything and anything. I use it to search up journal prompts about shadow work, scripting, morning prompts, night prompts, anything. But I started to do a lot more shadow work. And like I said, shadow work is kind of trying to get to know yourself more, your goals, what you want, what you don't want, what you like about yourself, what you want to work on more, just different things like that. And I'll put a bunch of examples here on the screen just so you guys have a better idea of what I'm talking about. But I feel journaling really, it's such a powerful tool to just become a better person, become a better you. I feel I kind of took journaling for granted. I just kind of thought it was aesthetic, as bad as that sounds, but truly journaling is such a powerful way to get to know yourself, to also scripting. If you don't know, it's a way of manifesting what you want into your life by feeling the emotions, feeling how it would feel to have what you want. I completely recommend trying to journal. Look up some prompts on Pinterest. You don't have to spend hours, maybe 5-10 minutes journaling every day, every other day. Personally, I journal every other day, whenever I feel I have to really feel it. So I feel that's what's important. When you try and force it, it doesn't feel right, and you don't even want to do it anymore. So I feel take it step by step. And the fifth one is going outside for walks. So this summer, and I feel past summers too, but I feel mostly this summer, I have been going on walks with my family. We literally go on walks almost every single day. Sometimes I don't get to go with my family because I have work, or I'm just busy doing something else. but whenever we have the chance, we don't hesitate to go out on walks. Why? Because it is like it just feels so calming. It can be in the morning, afternoon, midday, I don't even care, but just going out on walks really, like, I feel like just grounds you, makes you appreciate, you know, like who you're with, or even if you're by yourself, put on like a good podcast or a good song and just, you know, enjoy the moment, being outside, appreciating the outdoors. But yes, I completely love going out on walks. It just really makes me feel like, you know, grateful for what I have and for being able to like be outside. I'm looking at my window, like I'm literally looking outside. I'm not looking at like anything. Like going out on walks is such an amazing habit to create. 5, 10, 30 minutes is enough to really make you feel like just more refreshed. So guys, those were the 5 habits that I started to create and really start being more consistent with this summer. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you take 1 or 2 of these habits and really try and, you know, incorporate them into your lifestyle, because truly these habits have actually been a part of my life for this summer that I actually started to be more consistent with, and it just has made me a more mindful and kind of more like thoughtful person when it comes to, you know, taking care of myself, taking care of, you know, just my habits that I create, you know, and incorporate into my lifestyle. But yeah guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you guys soon in my next video, and see you guys later. Bye guys.